Summary and Case Study of Money by Rob Moore. The Evolution of Money and a New Philosophy for Wealth Creation. Throughout history, the concept of money has constantly evolved. From bartering systems where goods and services were directly exchanged, societies transitioned to using physical commodities like precious metals as a standardized medium of exchange. This shift addressed the inherent inefficiencies of bartering, where finding two parties who desired each other's goods in equal measure and at the same time proved challenging. The introduction of currency, initially in the form of coins and later paper money, revolutionized trade by providing a universally recognized and accepted store of value. This enabled individuals to store value today for future purchases and facilitated fairer comparisons of worth between diverse goods and services. However, the introduction of fiat money, which is not backed by a physical commodity, brought new complexities to the monetary system. While still serving as legal tender, fiat money's value is ultimately determined by trust and government decree rather than an underlying asset. The modern era has witnessed an unprecedented acceleration in the flow of money, driven by technological advancements and digital payment systems. The rise of the internet, e-commerce, and contactless payments has enabled transactions to occur at lightning speed, blurring geographical boundaries. This rapid evolution has also fostered the emergence of new forms of currency, such as cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, which operate independently of traditional financial institutions. However, amidst these technological advancements, negative perceptions and misconceptions surrounding money persist. Moore introduces a book titled Money, which aims to challenge these beliefs and provide a new framework for understanding and mastering money. Moore argues that the key to financial success lies in understanding the true purpose and nature of money, transcending negative emotions like guilt or shame often associated with wealth. It emphasizes that money is a tool that can be used for positive change, enabling individuals to serve others, pursue their passions, and create a lasting legacy. Moore also aims to debunk common myths that hinder wealth creation. For example, the notion that money doesn't buy happiness is countered by highlighting that money allows individuals to access resources and experiences that contribute to their well-being. Similarly, the belief that money is scarce is challenged by pointing out the vast amounts of money circulating within the global economy. Instead of perpetuating these limiting beliefs, Money encourages readers to embrace the principles of fair exchange, value creation, and leverage to achieve financial success ethically and sustainably. The book highlights that true wealth is not just about accumulating money but also about managing it wisely, investing strategically, and utilizing it to make a positive impact on the world. Know more, make more, give more, learn how to make more money and transform your life. Have you ever wished that you were truly financially independent? Or maybe you've simply wanted to use your money in the way you'd like or feel confident in your ability to take care of yourself and your family. Well, you aren't alone. Many of us have the desire to accumulate more wealth and financial freedom, however, many of us also believe that it's impossible. There are just too many bills to pay and not enough hours in the day. Right? Wrong. Acquiring money is all about how you play the game. That's why you see lottery winners and those who inherit money lose it all. They never knew how to play the game. It's time that you learn so you can begin accumulating the wealth you know you deserve. Throughout Money, multimillionaire Rob Moore explains the rules of the game and shares simple tips and tricks for managing your money and making plans for your future. After all, to become a millionaire, you'll have to learn how to think like one. As you read, you'll learn that there is enough wealth for everyone, you'll learn how to calculate how much your time is worth, and how to leverage your time and money. Introduction. There are many myths when it comes to money and wealth. One of those is that people believe there is just not enough opportunity and wealth in the world for everyone. This is simply untrue. In fact, in 2017, there were 35 million millionaires in the world. 35 million. Why is it that you can't be one of them? You see, millionaires come in all forms, rock stars, inventors, even salesmen of the slinky. Yet, all these people have one thing in common: they turn their personal wealth into financial wealth, that is, they turn their abilities, skills, and passions into money-making ventures. You can do the same. The reality is, money doesn't always have to be cash. The global economy is flooded with different types of money. According to Mervyn King, the former Bank of England chief, states that there is £80 trillion in the global economy and £150 to £180 trillion in stocks and bonds. Estimates also suggest that there is $8.2 trillion of gold out there. Even more, there are now modern cryptocurrencies adding up to about $38 billion in Bitcoin alone. In other words, the world economy is bursting with wealth, making it possible for anyone to become a millionaire. The other myth about money states that money doesn't buy happiness. Moore finds this myth to be completely untrue. Money absolutely can lead to happiness. Money allows you to do the things you never had time for. Things like being in love, spending time with your family and children, and pursuing creative passions or outdoor activities are certainly the best things in life. But you can't experience these things if you're working 50 to 60 hours a week in an office. Instead, you need an income that doesn't rely on you working. Chapter 1: How to Build Wealth Using the VVKIK Formula. So if you want to finally take charge of your finances, it's time to focus on the systems that will make you successful. You see, some people focus too much on the details and not enough on the big picture. Others are the opposite. They have a hard time looking at the specifics but understand the overall view. To master your money, however, you'll need both. Luckily, you can use the VVKIK system to help you accomplish that. VKIK stands for Vision, Values, Key Result Areas, KRAs, Income Generating Tasks, IGTs, and Key Performance Indicators, KPIs. First, you must build on your vision and values to help guide you toward achieving your goals. You can begin by writing down what matters most to you. That might be family, freedom, success, growth, or even all of these. Next, you will need to determine your KRAs or Key Result Areas. These are the areas you need to focus on to achieve your vision. Begin by choosing 3 to 7 areas that will have the biggest impact on getting you to your end goal. These should be areas like building relationships, marketing, or business planning. Your actions should align with your KRAs, and if someone asks you to do something outside of that alignment, then say no. Stay focused on your KRAs and only do the things that will provide value. Next, it's time to take a look at your IGTs or income-generating tasks. These are the to-do items from your KRAs that will give you the greatest monetary return for your time. Not all tasks are equal. Some tasks might bring you more wealth with less time, and it is these that you should focus on. For example, in professional golf, a single club, the putter, accounts for 40% of shots taken. In other words, practicing putting will have the greatest impact on your score. The same goes for business. Focusing on the tasks that will have the greatest impact on your wealth will better set you up for success. Finally, it's time to develop your Key Performance Indicators or KPIs, which are the items you track daily or weekly to show what's working and what needs improvement. This feedback system will guide you on whether your KRAs and IGTs are working to help build your wealth. Once you have this system in place, you'll find your financial life benefits greatly as you'll be focusing on both the big picture and the basic tasks that will get you there. Illustrating the VVKIK formula with examples. 1. The Book of Tetra Pak, founded by Ruben Rousing, exemplifies the power of identifying a significant problem and developing a valuable solution. Rousing's innovation, the plastic-covered paper milk carton, addressed the challenge of efficiently packaging and distributing milk, revolutionizing the industry and generating billions in wealth. This can be seen as aligning with the VVKIK principle of focusing on KRAs, Key Result Areas, that address a widespread need. 2. The Story of Progressive Property, co-founded by Rob Moore and Mark Homer, illustrates the effectiveness of leveraging information and expertise to create value and generate income. The company disrupted the property industry by offering free, valuable information through various online channels, building trust and attracting a loyal audience. This approach aligns with the VVKIK principle of identifying and focusing on IGTs, income-generating tasks, that leverage existing knowledge and expertise. 3. Warren Buffett's investment strategy demonstrates the importance of long-term vision, patience, and compounding. Buffett's success is largely attributed to his ability to identify undervalued companies and hold on to investments for extended periods, allowing compounding to work its magic. This aligns with the VVKIK principle of aligning actions with a long-term vision and understanding the power of consistent effort over time. While these examples do not explicitly detail the step-by-step implementation of the VVKIK formula, they showcase the underlying principles in action, demonstrating how individuals and businesses have achieved remarkable success by aligning their efforts with a clear vision, core values, and a focus on key results and income-generating tasks. Chapter 2: Maximize your IGV and leverage your time and money. Another common myth surrounding wealth is that you must work hard. You have to make sacrifices, hustle, and put in the work. It's time to let go of this myth. In fact, merely working hard is not sustainable if you want to become wealthy. You might enjoy your stable job with its decent salary, but when you add up all the hours you spend at your job plus the work you take home, you probably aren't making much per hour. Perhaps you're working overtime to earn more money. You're sacrificing your free time to earn just a little more money. Luckily, there is a better way to earn wealth. First, you must determine how much your hour is worth. To do this, you must understand your IGV, your income-generating value. To calculate your IGV, add up the full number of hours you work every week, and not just time spent at your job. Let's say your time adds up to 55 hours after you include any side hustles or asset building. Any time you spend devoted to money counts. Next, you need to calculate how much you earn in a week. This isn't just salary but also income from interest, property, share dividends, or side hustles. Perhaps that adds up to £1,000 a week. Now your IGV is calculated by dividing 1,000 by 55, which is just over £18 an hour. This information is incredibly important when you begin building wealth. Now if an opportunity presents itself that allows you to generate more than £18 an hour, then you should go for it. When you accept opportunities like these, you are increasing your IGV. But perhaps something comes up that will generate less than your IGV. In this case, you should ask yourself if you can pay someone else to do it for less than £18 an hour. Your choice is to either ignore it or outsource it. Otherwise, you are only lowering your IGV. Before long, you'll be raising your IGV and be on your way to earning more wealth. In addition to raising your IGV, you should be leveraging money. For instance, when you stop working, do you also stop earning money? If this is the case, then you are being leveraged to make money for someone else. Instead, you should be leveraging yourself to make money. Leveraging is all about making more by doing less. Millionaires and billionaires understand that they must maximize their time, knowledge, resources, and skills by outsourcing tasks when they can. In other words, you will need to learn how to leverage time to your advantage. For example, author Rob Moore was once ridiculed by a business partner for running a meeting while he was getting a haircut. However, Moore discovered that if he received a haircut twice a month, that added up to an hour a month, or 12 hours a year. With an hourly IGV of £10,000, that would mean giving up £120,000 a year. For Moore, he gains big rewards on leverage time. This is why you should also consider how you can leverage your time. For instance, if you spend hours a day on admin, think about how you can outsource those tasks at a lower cost. When you're in the car traveling, make calls or write emails if you aren't driving. You can even use your gym time to listen to podcasts or audiobooks on personal development. Not only should you be leveraging time, but you should also be leveraging money. More leverages money through debt-funded property investments. For example, say a property is £1 million, and you use £250,000 cash and a £750,000 bank loan to purchase it. Banks will only take the money they lend, plus interest. This means that any growth in the value of the property is yours. And according to Nationwide Building Society, the United Kingdom has seen property values double every 10 years since 1952. Therefore, after 10 years, the property is now worth £2 million, and the loan is reduced to £500,000. Ultimately, your initial investment of £250,000 is now worth £1.5 million in just 10 years. When it comes to leveraging, you must change your mindset and think like the rich. Instead of thinking, "I should do that," rich people ask, "How can I outsource that for less?" or "Who can do that task for me?" In the end, you need to use leverage to your advantage. Examples of maximizing IGV and leveraging time and money. 1. Outsourcing low-value tasks. Imagine a successful entrepreneur named Sarah who runs a thriving online business. Her IGV is £100 per hour. Sarah spends a considerable amount of time each week on administrative tasks like responding to emails, scheduling appointments, and managing social media. These tasks, while important, could be completed by a virtual assistant for £20 per hour. By outsourcing these lower-value tasks, Sarah can free up her time to focus on higher-value activities like developing new products, building strategic partnerships, and mentoring her team. This shift allows Sarah to maximize her earning potential by dedicating her time to tasks that generate a higher return, effectively leveraging her time and expertise for greater financial success. 2. Investing in systems and automation. John, a property investor, realizes he spends a significant amount of time each month collecting rent payments, managing tenant inquiries, and handling maintenance requests. Recognizing the inefficiency of these manual processes, John decides to invest in property management software. The software automates rent collection, streamlines communication with tenants, and simplifies maintenance tracking. By implementing this system, John reduces his time commitment to managing his properties, freeing him up to focus on higher-value activities like acquiring new properties and expanding his portfolio. This strategic investment allows John to leverage technology to increase efficiency, free up his time, and ultimately generate greater wealth. 3. Focusing on high-impact marketing strategies. A marketing consultant named David, with an IGV of £150 per hour, spends countless hours on social media marketing, generating content, and engaging with followers. However, he realizes that only a small percentage of his efforts translate into actual client leads and conversions. Applying the 80-20 principle, David identifies the marketing channels that yield the highest return on his time investment. He discovers that targeted advertising campaigns and strategic partnerships with industry influencers generate significantly more leads than general social media marketing. David redirects his efforts towards these high-impact strategies, outsourcing lower-value marketing tasks to a virtual assistant. This focused approach allows David to maximize his client acquisition efforts, increase his revenue, and ultimately achieve greater financial success. Chapter 3. The Power of Compounding Money. Would rather take $1 million right now or 1 cent doubled every day for a month? When you look at the numbers at first, you might be tempted to take the $1 million, right? Well, the way the math works out, you would be losing out on over $4 million if you took that option. Similarly, take a look at a water lily, which doubles in size every day. After 30 days, it covers the surface of the pond and it's in, yet on the 29th day, it only covers half the pond. The lily grows half of its size in just 1/30th of the time. These examples show the power of long-term compounding, the process in which money, like the water lily, grows and accelerates over time. When you invest your money grows. The gains will only become larger as you add money over time. For instance, Moore once advised a reader, Matthew, on the impact compounding his money would have on his savings. Matthew saved £3,600 a year, so if he could invest his savings and get a return of just 2% above inflation, then he would have £3,782 by the end of the year. After 10 years, he'll have just over £43,000. But after 50 years, 5 times as long, he'll have £438,000, almost 10 times as much money. As money compounds, it grows faster and faster. There are a few important lessons that we can learn about these numbers. First, be patient and keep going even when you don't see much return in the beginning. The best results come in the long term, not the short term. Imagine if Tiger Woods quit his golf career at the age of 18 after becoming frustrated at not yet winning a major championship. Or if Michael Jordan simply quit playing basketball after not making his high school team. They would have lost out on all their long-term success. The second lesson is that compounding should serve as a reminder to watch how you spend money. Every dollar or pound you spend is now one less dollar in your pocket. That dollar has the potential to make many more dollars over the span of 50 years. Applying this mentality will help you master your money and grow your wealth. 3 examples, applying the power of compounding. Example 1, Matthew's savings plan. A reader named Matthew asks the author how compounding can make a difference with his savings plan of £300 per month, acknowledging the low interest rates. The author responds with a detailed breakdown of how Matthew's savings would grow over time, assuming a net return of 2% above inflation. After 15 years, Matthew's savings would reach £63,501. After 25 years, it would grow to £120,842. After 50 years, it would become a substantial sum of £325,858. The author further illustrates the impact of a slightly higher return, demonstrating that a net return of 3% would result in £438,585 after 50 years, a difference of over £112,000 compared to a 2% return. This example highlights 2 key takeaways regarding compounding. 1. The longer the time horizon, the more powerful the effects of compounding become. The most significant gains are realized in the later years, as the accumulated interest earns interest on itself, creating a snowball effect. 2. Even small differences in return rates can have a substantial impact on the final outcome, especially over long periods. Example 2, the space shuttle analogy. The author compares the process of wealth building to the fuel usage of a space shuttle. Just as a space shuttle expends a tremendous amount of fuel during liftoff, requiring the most energy at the initial stage, building wealth also demands significant effort and dedication in the early stages. The initial phase of saving, investing, and building a solid financial foundation is crucial, even though the returns might seem small initially. The analogy emphasizes that persistence and consistent effort are essential, especially during the early stages of wealth creation. Once the shuttle is off the ground, the momentum and compounding effects take over, propelling it towards its destination. Example 3, the water lily illustration. The author uses the analogy of a water lily that doubles in size every day. The lily, after 29 days, covers only half the pond, but on the 30th day, it completely covers the surface. This analogy highlights the exponential nature of compounding. While the initial growth might seem slow and insignificant, the cumulative effect over time is dramatic. This example encourages readers to adopt a long-term perspective, understanding that consistent effort and patience are key to unlocking the full potential of compounding. Like the water lily, financial growth often appears slow in the initial phases, but the consistent effort and dedication eventually lead to substantial gains. Chapter 4, Set the Right Price. Money mastery is all about setting the right price for your products and services. Many entrepreneurs make the mistake of setting their prices too low, which will never lead to wealth. Others set their prices too high, which will make sales fall. Setting the right price is all about generating a profit while making your customers feel as if they've gotten a good deal. The first step is to immediately increase your prices by 10%. This may seem intimidating or impossible, but rising prices by 10% will cover rising inflation while also earning you a profit. In fact, many people generally accept prices rising and declining by 10%. For example, say your investment portfolio jumped 10%. You probably wouldn't be overly excited about it. Similarly, you wouldn't become completely depressed if that same portfolio experienced a 10% loss. You wouldn't experience a strong emotion either way, right? Well, your customers likely won't react either. If that's not enough to convince you, then think about how you can increase the sense of value your customers get. To do this, you can provide a perceived benefit to your customers that comes at little or no cost to you. For instance, this is why hotels put chocolates on pillows and why car manufacturers provide free car mats when you buy a car. Neither benefit actually costs the company anything, but they both succeed in providing the customer with a sense of value. Next, it's important to remember that low prices can be just as detrimental as high prices. You see, while high prices will put off customers with little money, low prices will put off wealthy customers who will perceive the low price as low quality. Therefore, the time is now to increase your prices. Once you do, you'll find that you no longer have to waste time dealing with window shoppers or bargain hunters. Instead, you'll open yourself up to dealing with wealthier people who will benefit your business in more ways than one. Ultimately, you shouldn't be ashamed or afraid to want or ask for more money. After all, that money will buy you happiness. 3 examples, setting the right price. Example 1, the Picasso napkin. The author recounts a story about Picasso being asked to do a quick sketch on a napkin. When Picasso asked for a significant amount of money, the admirer questioned the high price for a drawing that took only a minute. Picasso's response, "No, it took me 40 years, encapsulates the idea that pricing should encompass not just the immediate cost of materials or time but the accumulated knowledge, experience, and expertise developed over a lifetime. This example emphasizes that pricing should reflect the true value delivered and not be solely based on the perceived time spent on a specific task. Example 2, the art of pricing artwork. The author reflects on his early days as an artist when he significantly undercharged for his work. He attributed his low pricing to the belief that people in his town couldn't afford high prices. However, he later realized that his low prices were attracting low-paying customers and repelling those willing to pay more. This experience underscores the importance of understanding the target market and pricing accordingly. It also highlights the impact of self-worth on pricing decisions, acknowledging that undervaluing oneself can lead to setting prices that do not reflect the true worth of the product or service offered. Example 3, the power of price testing. The author discusses the concept of price elasticity and the importance of testing different price points to find the optimal balance between volume and margin. He emphasizes that there is a sweet spot in pricing where maximum revenue and profit can be achieved without sacrificing scale. The author encourages businesses to experiment with different price points, carefully analyzing the results to determine the price that resonates best with the target market while ensuring sustainable profitability. This example highlights the importance of data-driven decision-making in pricing, emphasizing the need to continuously monitor and adjust prices based on market feedback and performance data. Chapter 5, Conclusion. Money, a tool for positive change. More offer a comprehensive exploration of money, emphasizing its potential as a powerful tool for positive change, both personally and globally. They challenge common misconceptions surrounding wealth, arguing that money, when understood and utilized effectively, can be a force for good, enabling individuals to achieve their goals, serve others, and leave a lasting legacy. More emphasize the importance of adopting a positive and empowering mindset towards money. They encourage readers to shed limiting beliefs that hinder financial growth, such as the notion that money is evil or that wealth is reserved for a select few. Instead, they advocate for embracing the idea that financial abundance is attainable for anyone willing to learn, adapt, and apply the right principles. The VVKIK formula, a central theme in More, provides a framework for achieving financial success by aligning actions with a clear vision, core values, and a focus on key results. By identifying income-generating tasks, setting ambitious goals, and leveraging time and resources effectively, individuals can create a roadmap for achieving their financial aspirations. More also highlight the importance of understanding the nature of money and how it operates within a capitalist system. They advocate for leveraging the existing system, understanding its intricacies, and utilizing its mechanisms for ethical and sustainable wealth creation. Compounding, a powerful financial principle, is emphasized throughout More, demonstrating how consistent saving and investing, even in small amounts, can lead to significant wealth accumulation over time. More encourage readers to adopt a long-term perspective, understanding that patience and persistence are key to unlocking the full potential of compounding. Furthermore, More stress the significance of serving others as a pathway to financial success. They argue that by identifying problems, developing valuable solutions, and delivering exceptional service, individuals can create a positive impact on the world while simultaneously generating wealth. This concept of selling as serving, solving, and caring underscores the interconnectedness of personal and collective prosperity. In conclusion, more offer a compelling argument for reframing our relationship with money. They encourage readers to view financial abundance not as an end in itself but as a means to achieve greater goals, live a more fulfilling life, and make a meaningful contribution to the world. By embracing the principles outlined in the book, individuals can empower themselves to become agents of positive change, utilizing money as a tool for personal growth, service, and leaving a lasting legacy. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and please remember to subscribe to receive notification of upcoming recordings. This recording is a production of the Vorldrevolution. The video and audio is copyright Vorldrevolution.